Welcome back to my channel. In this episode I'm going to show you exactly how to XML edit your game files so that you can add new items into the game such as this green tea here. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Okay, we start by going into config folder, Steam Apps Common 7 Days to Die, wherever you saved it, config, and then from there we would go into whichever one of these that you fancy editing. I could go into items for instance, and let's have a look down the items list. I've made green tea. Green tea was a new item that I made, so let's search for that. And right here are all the properties. I basically just copied this from red tea and then changed anything that I want to change to make it do what I want it to do. Easy as it can be. Just add that in there, and then you go into the recipes folder, and same thing here, you just copy the recipe from above, any of these recipes, they're all the same, and then you just add in here exactly the same name, green tea, and then you add the resources that you want to use, whatever you want. This might not be a great example, but whatever you want to add, and then that will show up in the game. You can also add these crafting areas like the forge and wherever else. I've made new workbenches, so I sometimes put them on the new workbench. You can also add a perk if you want it to be unlocked via a perk. There's many things that you could do here. Okay, so here in the items folder I've looked up food shepherd's pie. So what I'm going to do is make a copy of the shepherd's pie, and we're going to make zombie stew. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll copy all of this, Control C or copy like normal, however you like, paste it just underneath, and then we'll change this name to zombie stew. Came out wrong. Zombie stew. Okay, so that's what we'll name it later on in the recipes area. Okay, so next thing you do is just go to the top and you're going to find tint, and there it is. So you want custom icon and custom tint. Copy that, and then go back to the one that you was at, which was zombie stew. Okay, just here you want to paste that in, tab that across. So this melee tool shovel here, you want to change that to this food shepherd pie. I hope it has the same icon, but we'll find out. So you add that there, just like that. This hex color, so you go on Google, just type in hex picker. Let's have a green kind of stew because it's going to be a zombie sort of manky stew, so let's go with that. The code is right there, just copy that, and then over here we'll just paste that into there. You don't need the hash in front, just that. Then what I normally do is come down here, just for liking I changed that to 100, so it stacks 100 of them. None of this you really have to touch. This you can get rid of, because that just says that you need a recipe to open it, to unlock it. Down here you can change these. So how much is the food amount? Well, I'm going to say it's going to give 100 food, and how much health from the food. So we'll say 50. just to change it up and be a bit different. Stamina, well, there's going to be a lot of meat, so I'd say 10. Give 10 stamina boost. So that's the item there. I'll usually copy this to get the name perfect. Make sure you save. Cross that off. And in here you want to open recipes. Okay. Go right to the bottom. It's always best to go to the bottom, underneath the last one that you've done. See, I've done one here for green tea before. I normally paste that so I've got the name perfect. Copy the one above. Copy that. Paste that there. Grab that and change the name here. I only do that just for a backup so you know that you got the name correct. Delete that bit. Now you want the resources. So what we're going to have, find, let's see if we can find rotten. So rotten's not in there. Let's try meat. So we've got raw meat, that will be good. So we just copy that line there, copy that, go to the bottom. We've got our one. Just paste it in over that. And we're going to do the same for all of these. So really just any food that you want to add into it. So let's try that. Alright, so click up there, find food, potatoes, food, eggs, berries. Alright, let's put some berries in there. I'll tell you what, let's take them. Water and animal fat. Just there like that, and we'll just leave it at that for now, but you can put as much as you want there and as little as you want, and you can change the amounts of how many here. So let's just say 1 meat, 1 animal fat and 1 boiled water. So we've got the name, zombie stew, that's all correct. So we just hit file, save, cross this off, open up the game. And if all goes well, we have a new zombie stew in the game. Let's just wait for a moment. It's just going to take a while to load the game up. And you can do the same thing with any item in the game. You can literally change anything. You can put healing to any item that you want. So I had it before where you tread on a certain block and it gives you health back, or you tread on the sleeping bag and you get your health back. Just, you can do anything with it. Also, I like to press F1 when you're loading the game up. It brings up this box and it will tell you anything that goes red means that it's a problem and it needs to be fixed. Otherwise, whatever it's about, it's not going to work. So that's hopefully I should be okay. Let's just let the game load. I want to do it in one full take so that you don't think I'm doing anything else, or if it doesn't work for you, you might have thought I've done something else without showing it. I just want a full game here. Alright, we're just loading in now. Initializing world. Very good design on these zombies, they look good. Almost done. How many zombies do you see in the picture? Post it in the comments. So we've got some yellows there, they're just warnings. Alright, so we load in, so we're fine. F1 to get rid of that. Alright. Right, we're loaded in. So now open up the inventory and search for zombie stew. Here it is. It's the weird green colour that we put in there. 1 raw meat, 1 animal fat, and 1 boiled water. I can't craft it because I need animal fat, but let's go and get it. Just want to show you that it works. Sorry for my strange ways of getting into my base. Right, let's see if I've got any animal fat to show you. I bet I won't have any now, will I? Typical. Animal fat. What haven't I got? Raw meat. Craft. And when it's done, we can take a look at the actual properties that it does. So right now I'm only hungry, I've got nothing else on. So it's just hungry. My hunger level, yeah, 63. It should be done soon. There it is. So if I use that, health recovery, food, and max stamina boost. Food's going up, so it works. Works perfectly fine. So let me jump back into. Let's jump back into the edit. So you saw that works. Just there's other things that you can do as well. I just wanted to show you, if I can find it, traders, because I thought this one was quite interesting. There's traders shut at certain times, and then you go there, it's shut, but you can stop them from closing, or you can just make them close for like 1 minute. So if you find the traders, I don't remember all their names, but you can do it on all of them. Just scroll down this list and you'll find them. So here's Trader Bob. What you can do is have a look here. See, there's a lot of stuff you can do. Full reset, true. Minimum inventory. So let's change that to 60. Maximum inventory, let's say 100. Minimum item swapped, 50. You can make any numbers you want. Max item swapped, 70. Oh, 70. So rest intervals. So right here you can change the time that he opens and closes. So if he closes, let's say he closes at 6:04, and then he reopens at 6:05. So yeah, I don't know which trader I've got on my map, but believe me, this works. just changing those times there, he will stay open. It'll be closed for 1 minute. So brilliant, it does definitely work. And there's so many other things you can change. All of these numbers, these probabilities, these count numbers, everything. If you want something certain to show up, you can just change the count. Tools here, how many tools do you want to show up there? Change it. Rare tools, change it. How many probabilities? You can change everything. You can change the weather, you can change how the map looks, how it all loads. Just remember, every time you change something, you hit File and Save, then you cross that out. And then if it's an item that you've created, you need to then create a recipe to be able to make it in the game. But you can do one other thing in the recipes. You can just take an existing recipe and just literally change how you make it. So if you didn't want this bit, you could just take it out, save it, and then it works. So I hope you found this useful. If there's any questions you have, just pop them down in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. And then stay tuned, because I'm going to do a more in-depth one episode to show you anything that you want help with, or how do we change the map, how do we change NPCs, paintings, physical objects, and many other stuff. So stay tuned.